Is a difference that makes no difference still a difference? A class action lawsuit seems to think so. How fast is Wi-Fi 6? It's at least one faster than Wi-Fi 5. Tonight on the Mac to the Future livecast with an echo. Go. Yeah. So we are just a few minutes late, and I'm trying something new here, trying to see if I can get stuff to work in an easier way for me, trying to produce the show and deal with camera angles and all the rest of that at the very same time that I'm trying to talk intelligently, and yeah, apparently it's not working. So I am your humble host, Guy Searle. Thank you all for joining us tonight on the Mac to the Future livecast. Go. And I am joined tonight. First off, let's start with this guy right here, David. How are you, David?
Hey, what's going on? I have a new iPhone. Look. Oh wait, it's just a case.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you manage that?
Got the case. I'm ready for the case.
Well, I think the case is about as far as I'm going to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a clear case this time, so now I can enjoy the midnight green that I ordered. So.
Ooh. Well, couldn't you have gotten a midnight green case? Or is that just too complicated? I think it's too complicated. Okay, very good. And we're also joined by Mr. Warren Sklar. Hello there, Warren. How are you?
Me intelligent, talk good.
No, that's me.
Don't touch him there.
Don't touch him there.
Don't touch me down there. Don't touch. Stop touching me. Will you stop touching me?
You have a microphone. What happened?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
It's the one I had that I thought was broken, that wasn't broken, and it plugged in. So I was in Best Buy, and I'm like, I really don't want to spend money, so let's get the old one working.
Wait a second. Hold on. You buy everything.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
I just don't want to spend money on a microphone. It's like the least fun thing for me to have.
Oh, but it's microphone. Take it from someone who has about a billion microphones.
Hundreds.
They're awesome.
It's just never. I don't know. But this works. And look, I could do this. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? All right.
No.
We have a show. We do have a show for you guys tonight.
We do.
We got lots of fun topics. Or at least that's what I'm hearing, is that we have lots of fun topics. With this new now over the weekend, I actually tested this out, and I thought that I had tested everything, and it wasn't until about 30 seconds before we were going to go live that I realized I hadn't done any of the lower thirds. So I very quickly made one for Warren and one for David and one for myself. But I don't have the cool, the quick takes with the spinning logo, and I don't have topic links and all the rest of that. So if you want links to this show, you'll probably have to wait until I post it up over at YouTube, and by then you probably won't care. So that's a thing. That is a thing. All right. So in quick takes, slow fees, not just a thing. It's a potential trademark too. Apple is, according to some sources, attempting to trademark the phrase slow fee. What do you guys think?
I have two jokes on this one. They're not that funny, but
okay. Oh, well, good. And you should definitely tell them.
I trademarked the word slow fee last year at a bar when I was drunk. True story.
Well, you didn't trademark it because you were drunk at a bar, but you may have said it.
I accidentally said Slofi, and I said this is what I'm doing, so I'm trademarking.
So you only would have known.
Only.
And then what I decided, my other thing is, I'm not going to buy the new phone, but
What?
I'm going to keep my old phone, and I'm just going to video record myself doing slow motion and pretend
Just
I could
go really slow.
I got the new phone, and nobody would know.
I actually picked up a cheap action cam, and I'm regretting it now. I think I should have gotten a more expensive action cam because it's kind of crappy. I haven't incorporated it yet into how I do Guys Daily Drive, which was the whole reason why I got it.
Are we still talking about Slofies, or what are we talking about?
Oh, well, I mean, we went from slow fees to talking about
videos.
cameras, and because I mean they all do those same things. Hello, Joshua. How are you, sir?
Hi, Joshua.
Hey, friends. Hellos. Yeah. So Slofies, funny word.
Yeah. What did you guys when you've heard it? What did you think? I was kind of like,
Oh,
I don't know.
I said it last time. I said Slofi. What?
What?
I'm not even sure I understand what the point of the Slofi would be. Like, what? I don't get it, to be honest with you.
We know what it means.
I know what it means, but I don't know how in real world use you would actually do it or use it. Like, so you send somebody a selfie normally, which is a picture, but the Slofi would just be like a video of them moving,
doing something slow.
Huh.
So my normal life, basically. If you videotape my normal life, it'd be like, God, he's moving so slow.
It's like
all right.
turtle. Snapchat has with the new phones, you could do a 3D selfie now, is what they said, right? And that would be more fun, I think.
Well,
like
all of us are very active on
3D
Snapchat.
A 3D
3D slowfie.
It's 3D very slowly.
Oh, it's almost like he's alive.
It's almost like he's right in front of me.
Someday I'll be a real boy. Okay. Next up, Apple TV Plus will be bigger than Netflix if Apple does a billion things just right, according to ZDNet. So far, I think there's been a grand total of, I think they said there's 12 new shows coming with Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
As compared to, now, have you guys seen the lineup for Disney Plus? What they're coming out with?
Just a few shows. They got the
Mandalorian. Holy crap! The stuff that Disney Plus is going to have right out of the gate, so far blows Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell away. It just seems like, they've got all the cool franchises right now. Now, whether that stays true 1, 2, 3, 5 years in the future, because people get tired of stuff, so maybe they'll get tired of Star Wars. They haven't since 1977, but it could happen. And Marvel stuff has traditionally done well in the movie theaters and not so great on the small screen. So will Disney Plus's Marvel offerings offer anything that people want to watch? You've got a service like CBS All Access, which has what some people enjoy, Star Trek Discovery. I'm not one of them, but, some people enjoy it. So will these shows, even at a low price of $4.99, will that really bring people in?
I mean, I'm looking at the list right now, and right now, Star Wars is going to bring a lot of people in. They can watch all those over and over again. And you got the Marvel stuff, which is all on there. And there's another great movie on here, That Darn Cat.
Oh my God.
That's a Disney stuff.
Is it the remake or is it the original?
It's both. Ooh, so you get to see both.
Whoa. Lindsay Lohan at her finest. No, that was the Love Bug. Sorry.
No,
sorry.
Love Bug.
Yeah,
Lindsay
Lohan. She did the Love Bug.
Absolutely not. She did Freaky Friday, dude.
Freaky Friday.
The
remake.
Well, then who was in the remake of the Love Bug?
No idea.
I don't know.
Well, somebody look that up. Yeah.
Herbie Rides Again. Herbie Goes Bananas. It's got all the Herbie ones, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, Disney has a lot of stuff. I don't particularly
They got a lot of stuff.
I don't particularly like to watch movies. I don't particularly like to watch movies over and over again, personally. I like shows. So I don't know. I would be more interested in the Apple TV for the new shows than I would watching Star Wars for the 80th time. I mean,
yeah, but it's not even. Sorry, excuse me. It's not even so much Star Wars as far as the movies go. It's all the various tie-ins that they can have that go into the universe. You've got Rebels, which was a great show, very well written. You've got the Clone Wars, with putting the whole original Clone Wars little movie that they did aside, the animated one, but the TV show, the Clone Wars, was actually really good. And we just lost David. Oh, David, come back. He's back.
Took a cough.
Yeah, I never got into it personally.
But there's a lot there.
I like the main movies, but yeah, they'll do good.
Yeah,
they're talking about the big one, which is the Mandalorian, which is directed by John Favreau.
It's a Mediterranean sandwich. Like.
So I thought it was Boba Fett. The preview looks like it was a Boba Fett thing, but it's not.
Well, it's Boba Fettish. Because he's Mandalorian.
I do have a Boba Fetish.
Oh.
Anyhow.
Anyway,
whoa.
Just thought I'd drag him out, so to speak. All right. We're going to get on to the main stories.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Only a crappy refurb that works like new. A judge in San Jose, California, is allowing a class action lawsuit that accuses Apple of using inferior refurbished products as replacements for its AppleCare and AppleCare Plus protection plans. The lawsuit stipulates, despite promising consumers new or equivalent to new replacements, keyword, Apple is providing refurbished units. The original plaintiffs claim that Apple providing these units violates its own AppleCare terms and conditions and the Consumer Legal Remedies Act. From the original lawsuit, they said the Apple plans purport to provide consumers with devices that are equivalent to new in performance and reliability. What that phrase means is new as refurbished devices can never be the equivalent to new in performance and reliability. Plaintiffs allege that it means refurbished. Refurbished is synonymous with the term reconditioned. That is a secondhand unit that has been modified to appear to be new for all purposes relevant to this litigation. And there's a bit more, but I think we all get the point. I think that that they're kind of splitting hairs here, and we're going to start with Dave. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I think that's a little far-fetched. I've done plenty of times when I've had to bring my phone in and get a replacement, and my iPad too. And they go to the back and they come back and it's in the small little box with a barcode on it. But they obviously maintain inventory that's specific to replacements. So I just find it hard to believe that. Apple, I've asked them a number of times whenever I've had to have my iPhone replaced, and they says, "Oh no, this is new. And I just don't see it. They say they don't say like new, they say new, and the iPad was the same thing when I had it replaced, and it was a brand new product. So I don't know. It just seems a little far fetched, and someone else going after another lawsuit against Apple.
All right, what do you think, Warren?
Yeah, I'm split on it. I'm not chasing this one down like it's a stupid lawsuit and like some of the others. You buy a warranty, you buy something, and if something breaks and you bring it to a store, you expect them to give you a new one of a brand new one. Even Best Buy, you buy their extended service plans. They tout this where if a year later you bring it in, they'll give you a brand new whatever broke.
Or equivalent.
Or no, but not Best Buy. Best Buy will give you.
Well, if they may not even have them though.
Yeah, and they'll usually bump up if you don't, like to the newer model.
Well, that's the word equivalent. Equivalent to being new.
Yeah, but it's in their case it's new. Now they've also changed it where it was unlimited and people were taking advantage. People were literally breaking their stuff like a week before it was going to expire,
to get a new one.
To get a new thing. So I'm sure Apple deals with that, and I'm sure Apple deals with a lot of people who, they just have a lot of inventory of parts, and they're very good at repackaging them in. It's an interesting system, but they seem to look. If they came out looking like they were used, I think it would be an issue, but they don't. They look pretty new. They just don't do the packaging, so I'd be curious to see what Apple says about it, to be honest.
Well, I mean, how many times have all of us, in talking to other people, not only on the Mac to the Future website or Facebook site, plug, but to friends and family and all the rest of it, says, well, if you want a much better deal on an Apple device, whatever it is, first place you go to look is the refurbished store. And every single thing I have ever gotten from the refurbished store worked like new, looked like new. It just, for one reason or another, wasn't brand new off the factory floor in China. It was basically something that had, for one reason or another, come back to Apple. Actual human hands touched it to make sure that it worked exactly the way a brand new one would. So it's a difference that to me makes no difference.
I mean, Apple's good at repairing. They probably in Apple headquarters they have these robots that probably could disassemble every product they have made with them the last couple of years. So these things come in and out all the time. I'm sure they're putting together parts all the time, and they're good at it.
I don't know if they're putting parts together. I think it's more along the lines of, well, yeah, but I mean, if you have a broken iPad and there's something seriously wrong with that iPad, what are you going to replace in it to make it like a brand new unit?
Who knows? I'm sure Apple does, because that's what a refurbished product is. Something was wrong with it.
It could be something that somebody returned for reasons they suddenly decided they couldn't afford it. Remember, Apple has a 14-day policy for
but I don't know if that's
something
considered
with no questions asked.
So yeah. I don't know if that's under the refurbished store.
Well, it's not new.
Yeah, the refurbished
is not new anymore.
Story.
Well, there's refurbished and then return. So I don't know what Apple does with their return products, to be honest with you. They probably
they can't sell them as new.
Right, so it would go to the refurbished store. They clean it up, they certify it, and then it's a refurb.
Yeah,
and that's like any manufacturer. I mean, Dell, HP, any of all those brands, when they turn around and they get a return, if the store either sends it back or it comes back to those especially Dell, since they sell direct, then they turn around, they'll put it in a refurbished store.
Yeah, so I guess it's a mix. It might be a mix of things people returned and things people repaired. And in the case of the iPad, I'm sure they, if the screens are cracked, I'm sure they put new screens on them and send it back in the refurb.
Well, maybe.
You would think. I would guess. I mean, that's what they do with iPhones. So my phone, my 10s Max had the same issue that my 10 had, which is the OLED burn-in on it. So I actually had OLED burn-in. You could see the icons and stuff when the screen was off and things like that. And both times, Apple gave me a brand new replacement for it. And in both cases, it technically looked brand new to me, and I was happy to get it. So, again, my point is, if it comes to you and you can't tell, the only thing that looks different is it doesn't have the box. To me, that's fine. I can't see that being an issue.
Okay. For people who are watching over on the Mac of the Future page, I said this at the very beginning, but you may not have heard it. If you'd like to comment and have us comment on your comments, you'll need to go over to my main page, Guy B. Searle. Make sure it's not my son's page. You can tell the difference because he has hair and I don't. So go on over to the my main page and you can leave comments there. And we really, really appreciate it. Part of the problem was I've actually spoken to Boinks about this, and they're saying essentially that it's Facebook's fault, that they're kind of erring on the side of caution when it comes to these things and not allowing third parties.
Blame them.
Yeah, third parties to get in. So, the fact that this works at all, I guess, is a testament to what Boinks does. I still really, really like this program. This is still the easiest program I've ever used to do this stuff. But we're going to move away from that. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that if they wanted to comment, they'll have to do it from my page. And unfortunately, not the Mac of the Future page, at least for now, until they figure out a way for me to livecast in the Mac of the Future page and bring in comments from there. Right now, that doesn't work. So, next story, Wi-Fi 6 is here and has been for a while. This is a story from The Verge. Apple's new phones, or at least the iPhone 11 and Pro anyway, have a feature that hasn't really been implemented yet. No, not 5G, but Wi-Fi 6 theoretical speeds go from 3.5 gigahertz to 9.6 gigahertz, which absolutely no one will ever see. But the bigger news about Wi-Fi 6 is that its handling of multiple devices on the same network is going to be so much better. Now, obviously, there will be some kind of, especially if you're the only device on there will be some kind of speed increase for devices that have built-in Wi-Fi 6. But it's not going to be the blazing 9.6 gigahertz that they're advertising. There's just no way that's going to happen. So I'm going to start with Warren this time. Have you heard anything about this, Warren?
Oh yeah, I'm on top of it. Wi-Fi 6, otherwise known as 802.ax.
Yeah.
802.1.ax. So you need a router that's gonna support it. So you got to upgrade your home equipment.
Mm-hmm.
You need devices, and so far the only Apple product that supports it are the new iPhones. And basically, you get more speed from your internet, and you get a better coverage from it, and there's better security in there. So it uses that authentication. I can't remember what it's called, but the new version of the authentication. I like getting the most. I pay for a gigabyte of Verizon Fios, and I like to get as close to that as I can on the Wi-Fi. And I get about 400. Currently, I get about 400 megabits per second on my devices. Certainly, with the Wi-Fi 6, once I upgrade it to all that, it's supposed to be more. So 600 or 700 up and down. So, I mean, more fast.
Well, it's more than twice as fast. So theoretically, you might get up to gigabit Ethernet wirelessly.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If all of your stuff supports it,
it has to support it. So you need the 802.ax router and any devices that's going to support it. And current Apple products other than the new phones don't. Personally, to be honest with you, I am not that concerned about the Wi-Fi speed on my iPhones and iPads. It's more that my computers, I like to have them on the faster speed because streaming is generally fine on everything, but uploading and downloading, I do a lot of photo stuff. I do a lot of iPhoto stuff. That's uploading and downloading, to that. So speed is good. So do it. Do it when
What
it
do you
comes.
think, Dave?
Well, one thing is on the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and 11 Pro Max already have Wi-Fi 6 capabilities, so they will be future to take advantage of that. So, the applications that need high bandwidth and low latency and the increased power efficiency should really help it, and also help battery life, because when you're connecting to a Wi-Fi, that tends to strain the battery life on the iPhone. Yeah, I agree that you definitely, it's going to be a long while yet before anybody is going to get this. You're going to have to get a new router. You're going to have devices that are capable of it. The good thing is the iPhone 11 and the 11 and 11 Pro are all going to be ready for it when it does come out. But I'd say mid to late 2020 before that's even going to happen.
Okay. All right. Why isn't this switching over? Oh, it's making me crazy. Every single time I think, I've got this all covered. As it turns out, I don't. We have a question from Ronnie Greer. Do I pre-order an iPhone 11 to replace my iPhone 10 on the upgrade program? Do I get an Apple Card and get the 3% back with the phone? And your opinion on green phones?
Well, my opinion on green phone is I ordered it, so yeah. I must like it. It's a midnight green, awesome, so it's a dark green. It's a dark green, which I thought was real cool and something different, because I would always get the space gray, so that's what I decided to do. Yeah, you got a case.
I got the green Apple case. Green.
The what else did he ask? The Apple
Card.
Card. Yes, if you
get the 3%.
Yeah, if you will get the 3% back, because you are purchasing it through Apple and through the upgrade program. Citizens One Bank is the bank that handles the upgrades, and
but
it's still green.
But with that, you're only getting the cash back per month, I'm guessing, right? If you pay on a monthly plan.
Per month, right? With the upgrade plan, right? So 3% on each payment.
So you're getting like 30 cents a month or something silly like that, or $3 a month maybe. Something like that.
Well, 3% of that.
Yeah, on a $1,000 purchase, it's $30, which
but you're not paying
it's over 2 years.
You're not paying $1,000, so you're paying about whatever $40 a month. So you're getting 3% of $40 a month on the cash back,
which is $1.20.
Right.
And as far as actually pre-ordering the iPhone 11, you can do it. It's coming out on Friday, the 20th. So.
And the green phone is the most popular.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not sure where the dates are yet. I'm sure it's already mid to late October at this point before you would get it. So
he said
you can always go to the Apple Store.
He said 11.
Oh, so I'm sorry. You're right. The 11 is probably going to be in the same boat. So, but you can always go to an Apple Store on Friday and try to reserve it.
If he's talking about the green, if he's talking about the green 11, I don't know if I would go with that one. It's kind of bright to me, but
oh yeah, that's that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that bright green.
Well,
yeah,
he might have meant the Pro, because I think he posted something somewhere about it, but who knows? But yeah, go to the Apple Store on Friday and see what I don't think there's going to be a shortage of most anything.
The 11s, no. I'm sorry, I was thinking the Pros.
Even the Pro, I guarantee you could go to Apple Store and walk out with a Pro of some color on Friday. Maybe not the 256 green one, because that seems to be the big one everybody wants.
That's the one I got.
I bet if I walked in, I could walk out with a space gray 256 phone if I wanted.
Which he will on Friday.
Yes.
Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm getting the watch. I think I'm gonna get the watch on Friday.
I'm still really happy with my 3. There just isn't anything that I own right now from Apple that I want to replace. Everything is working great.
Why are we talking to you?
Well,
I don't know.
I do
want
you what
a
on the
different
watch.
microphone. Anyone who can afford it, please go and buy me an Electro Voice RE320 microphone. It's only about $300. It's on Amazon.
Only.
Get the watch.
No, I want an Electro Voice RE320 microphone. to replace the Heils. And I'll sell the Heils for like $200 per. So that's how that works. Anybody want to buy a Heil microphone? They're good microphones. I just want something different.
I got mine working. I got this for free.
No, I might like to demo it. I don't know if I want to buy it, but
it took me a while because the way it sounds right now and the way it sounds on the MyMac podcast took me a long time to dial that sound in. And the weird thing is, for the first time in a really, really long time, I am relatively happy with the way I sound on podcasts using this microphone. So of course that means I have to change it to something else because that's just how that works.
If I buy one of your microphones, will I sound like you? If I buy one?
What?
Before you... No.
I was going to say, if I buy one of your microphones, will I sound like you if I use it?
If that's what you want.
It's better than sounding like me.
You would also need to get an audio interface of some kind because this is a XLR microphone.
I have one.
What do you got?
Stay there.
I would not recommend a Simply Sound SS1 preamp. Apparently,
no, I don't want it.
Apparently they're problematic.
Yeah, I found out. One thing I'll mention as he steps away is there was an article in Mac Rumors saying that the Apple Watch that they'd confirmed in Xcode that the chip is identical to the Series 4, so that did not upgrade as far as the chip goes.
Oh, you got a Focusrite. That's a Focusrite.
Yeah, is that good?
How many inputs does it have? Turn it around. All right, so that's the 2i2, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Sure.
You can't get anything past the guy. He knows all that stuff without even having to look at it.
It was designed in England. It's a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2.
2i2. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That is actually a very, very good interface.
Right.
And it has very good built-in preamps.
Should I use that for this? Like, would that help?
You should.
What, with the microphone that you have right now?
Yeah.
Does that have XLR? Does that have does the cable detach from that microphone or is it built in?
It's built in.
And what is the connector on the other end? Is it like a plug-in connector or?
It's a USB.
Oh no, then you can't use it with that.
Man.
That doesn't have a USB input. You need an XLR or a TRS microphone.
I need something that goes in these holes here, right?
Yes.
That's XLR.
All right.
So many jokes that I'm not going to do.
But he has one anyway.
Where'd you get that? How'd you get that?
So a couple months ago, I decided I was going to try to learn how to play guitar. So I went and bought a guitar, and I got this.
So, wait a minute. So you bought a guitar,
yeah,
and you bought an audio interface for the computer for the guitar.
I was going to try to hook it into my computer and learn how to play in GarageBand and all that.
But you won't spend $50 to $60 on a microphone.
An ATR 2100.
Because I don't know. But
or the Samsung Q2U, which is also same thing.
I gave up on the guitar. I tried it and I couldn't figure it out, so I gave up on it. So, but I still have the interface.
But he spent the money.
You could have gone with one of these cables too. This is what I have for my guitar. It's just USB to TRS. But I don't play either. I have two guitars in this house. Nobody knows how to play them.
I play piano. That's why I want to try guitar. I know how to play piano, and I figured it was almost the same.
Well, that's different.
It's different. So, anyways,
this is the guitar. This is the guitar that I have.
Yeah, I have one in.
It's a Telecaster.
So, if I get an XLR microphone, will that be good?
Yes.
Are they expensive?
What, XLR microphones? They're like, to get like a dynamic microphone similar to the 12 or 13 other ones that I have around here.
ATR 2100.
ATR 2100 is a good choice, as is the Samson Q2U, which is basically the same microphone as the ATR 2100, just a little cheaper.
$30, $40. What are we talking here?
The Q2, the Samsung Q2U, I think is around 50 to 60. The ATR 2100 is roughly 70 to 80, I think. Unless you wait until like December when Audio Technica will be having their garage, hopefully having their warehouse sale.
Came with this.
And you're gonna go again?
I might. I just might. And because they had those ATR.
I have to go do this.
Dude, they had ATR 2100 and ATR 2005 USB microphones for $25.
Isn't that the thing you set out?
I might have to do this.
And
I might meet you there.
They had turntables. They had all kinds of audio stuff. Headphones.
Did they have two turntables and a microphone?
They had lots of turntables and microphones.
Gotcha.
It was really.
Anyway, we've gone so way awesome. Off topic here.
Yeah, we have, right. And we only have one topic left.
All right,
last topic for the evening. Apple Arcade is here. Well, not really, but almost. Have either one of you? Because you're on the betas, aren't you, Dave?
I am on the betas, and of course Warren is too. I mean, he's on the beta from when it starts. You know.
Well, the only beta I'm on with iOS is my iPad Pro with iPad OS, and I just put it on tonight. And
I
don't know if it's released on iPad yet.
It is. Actually.
It is.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
So I played.
On iPad.
I think I played like 10 games so far on the.
What did you think?
And you started the trial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My initial reaction.
They give you a month.
Yeah.
But why waste extra days until it actually comes out?
Did you play the Frogger guy?
Just before we started recording, I saw the story on that you could sign up for it early, and it's coming out tomorrow. You haven't tried it yet. Tomorrow by September 19th, meaning September 19th, Thursday.
For the iPhone.
I haven't really had a chance to try it yet.
Yeah. So
Arcade is coming out too, isn't it?
Arcade comes out on Friday.
Okay.
Arcade comes out Friday, but only for the iPhone because iOS 13 only comes out on Friday, where iPad OS comes out on the 30th, and then on Mac you get the Catalina in October. So I played it both on my iPad and the phone. A lot of it's like story mode stuff, and I don't have the patience. It like just, you come up and it's like words after words.
Yeah,
after
blah,
words,
blah, 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 blah.
That's not my deal. The
Frogger. Action. Even the Frogger one, because I started it and it was like, there's a frog watching TV, which I thought was weird.
It's like a whole story. It's like, I just want to play it.
It's like, just let me play the freaking game. I almost said a bad word.
Once upon a time, there was a frog, and he went to this place, and I don't care.
And he hopped around. And
So a lot of it's like that.
Move the thing.
What about graphics?
Graphics were fine.
Good.
At least for Frogger.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them are fine. Some are better than others.
Yeah. Now you have to download the games. You can't just like play it.
So you download the games. Each game is roughly about a gig from what I've found so far.
Yeah.
So, but you could download them, and if your Wi-Fi is good, you could delete them when you're done and re-download them whenever you want again. Once you sign up for the trial, you get into the arcade tab and you hit install, and you don't get prompted with like any Touch ID or Face ID or any verification.
No, because that's all part of the Apple Arcade experience.
So basically, you hit it and go. In my case, I have the gigabit internet, so I'm getting pretty. I could get Frogger back, within 5 minutes if I want it. So
yeah,
I think Frogger was one of the bigger ones at 2 gig or something like that. So some games were more fun than others. There was but most of it's like either really basic, kind of like racing games, or super involved words,
RPG kind of thing.
And it's like, something has to be in between that, maybe. So I'll keep playing with it. So there's about
they probably. I mean, there probably will be different types of games for all kinds of what's a good word for all different kinds of tastes.
Genre. The genres. Yeah.
Genre.
I think it will get better. I think I have an iPad Pro, and I would like to hook up a game controller to it and see what it does. Because you could hook up an Xbox or a PlayStation controller. Yeah. I think we have Xbox downstairs.
Well, does that work directly with? Yeah. I mean, like with an iPad, or is that so? All the drivers are built into the arcade program to be configured for that. Or?
Just goes into Bluetooth, and supposedly you could control the Frog. Yeah. So, that's a good example because there's a Qbert phone that I played. There's a Qbert thing. And you remember Qbert? The pyramid, and you got to jump boink, 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 boink. So it's kind of like that. So, but I'm playing it on my iPad and my phone, and everything's a soft joystick, right? So without the controller, it wasn't working. I mean, I'm pushing down and he's going up. I'm like, Qbert, what are you doing? So maybe, again, with the controller, it might be a different
with a real hardware controller.
So that's my next move to try that.
Okay. All right. So that's kind of all we got for tonight. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we hit it?
Back up before you upgrade on Friday or tomorrow. When is it, Friday?
Yeah. What you talking about Catalina? Or are you talking about
iOS 13?
iOS 13.
Okay, iOS.
Is that tomorrow or Friday, Dave? I forget.
It's Friday.
So back do a.
Oh wait, no. Is it?
It
no,
might
it's
be tomorrow. I think
it is tomorrow. The date was tomorrow. So they're releasing it a day before the new iPhone comes out.
Right. So backup
makes sense. Yeah.
So backup reports are in the iPhone right now is shipping with and the ones you can download is called is iOS
Gold Master.
13. It's a Gold Master, but it's iOS 13. We're already now on beta 4 on iOS 13.
Yeah, 4 just came out today.
I just put that on today. So people are saying that I haven't tried the base iOS 13. People are saying it's still kind of buggy with issues here and there. So you may want to hold off, I think,
until one comes out.
Yeah, if you're worried about the bugs, you're like mail is a big issue with the betas for some reason.
Oh, for beta 13.0, I've got it on my XS Max, and it's been pretty solid.
Now. Yeah, but in the betas, and it's okay now, but it's been really crappy in the past where it's like mail just won't connect or download or something like that. So just back up first, and if you really don't like it, you could always revert back. You can revert back in. Can you revert back now? Let me think.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been unsigned yet. So I'm actually gonna revert back on a 10.
But iOS 13 requires. Hold on though, because iOS 13 requires Catalina or Xcode to connect now to your computer. So
for 13.0, yes.
So I don't know if you can revert back to 12 at that point without going to a Catalina beta or installing Xcode. Where in the past you could open up iTunes and
can't you just wipe it and put a backup on?
If you wipe it, it's just going to put on 13 back. So it's going to put on the version of what you have.
I've downloaded the IPSW file, so I'm going to see if I can revert my 10R back.
If you and you don't have Catalina on. You don't have Catalina, right?
No, that one had 13.1 installed over the air. So
you installed it, but if you connect your phone right now to your computer, I don't think it's going to see it in iTunes.
Sorry, I haven't tried that yet. Okay, I guess I'll find out.
And if
I do have Catalina. That's beyond anything we need to talk about here.
Well, it's kind of not because again, if just be aware. I think at this point, if you're not on Catalina beta and you put iOS 13 on your phone tomorrow, don't ask me in the Mac to the Future page how to revert back to 12 because I don't think you can without Catalina.
Well, I'm going to try it and we'll find out.
Okay, so that could be a topic for next week, where we talk about how screwed up our phones are now that we put iOS 13 on it. Yeah. David, if people wanted to get a hold of you and say, Dave, tell me all about that iOS stuff, how would they do it?
They would come to intouchwithios.com and listen to my podcast. Last week I did a solo show and talked about the announcements. This week I'm going to have Chuck Joyner on, and we're going to talk about some more stuff.
Chucky J.
We're going to see how that goes, and that'll be a lot of fun. And then of course, iOS 13 will be out. Yeah, iOS 13 will.
Chucky J. I'm sorry. Just the thought of Chuck Joyner rapping is cracking me up.
No, he's a heavy metal rocker, dude.
Yeah.
And then we'll definitely be talking about iOS 13 at great length once everybody's has it on their phones, and I wanted to save that so everybody can kind of play along. So we got that, and then and I do a horse racing podcast off the charts, horseracing.com, and Twitter, DaveG65.
And Warren?
Yeah, I have a bunny racing podcast. I haven't named it yet, but I'm going to race rabbits around and put a turtle in there as well and see how it goes. Come find me on don't touch me there, but find me on Facebook. When all your phones are broken, just don't complain to me.
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me why. Don't touch me there.
Don't touch me. Don't look for me. Don't ask for me. You never saw me.
And if you'd like to get a hold of me, my email address is guy@mymac.com. I have 2 Twitter accounts, twitter.com/MacParrot, twitter.com/VertShark. All of the various things that I do other than the MyMac.com podcast can be found in both audio and video form over there at VertShark.com. Besides, of course, this show, the Mac to the Future show, I also do Guy's Daily Drive, which I record for some reason in my car. I'm not really sure why. Thank you. And I also do the MyMac.com podcast with Gazmaz. G-A-Z. Z. Yes. M-A-Z.
Zed.
Cars. And I think that's about it. That's the stuff that I do. Yeah.
That is.
Leslie, we don't know. Sometime in October is your question.
Yeah. So I think that is going to do it for tonight. Thanks, everyone who has joined us this evening. We really appreciate it. You can find the video version of this show over at YouTube. If you look up my name, Guy Searle, you'll find it there. You can also subscribe and get the audio version. Just subscribe over in iTunes to Guy's Daily Drive. You'll get this show and the audio version of Guy's Daily Drive right there on your pod player of choice. So thank you, David. Thank you, Warren, for coming on tonight. Leslie has a question.
No, I answered it.
Oh, you already did? Okay.
Yes.
So
of course he did.
That's gonna do it for tonight. So I would like both of you to say farewell. So say goodnight.
An email from Guy.
Guy.
His name was Guy. No fooling.
No fooling.
Is that Mac OS Ken saying that?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure where Gaz found that. He found all kinds of people saying Guy.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night. Yeah, that's it. Bye.